Hey, welcome back to Blown Budget Garage. Today we're going to do something different. I'm going to give this bodywork a little bit of a rest. And instead, we're going to get the engine ready to be pulled. Also, I got a little kerosene shop heater. Way better than that thing. So, at least I can stay warm now. Let's get to work. So went ahead and pushed the car back, as you can see. Want as much room up here as possible so we can go ahead and get our cherry picker in. And this is kind of cool because after I get the engine out, I had to buy another shift cable, right? So we'll get that in. Also got to make some spark plug wires for it. We'll go ahead and do that also. So now that we're kind of got a lot of room and nice little leak right there, we go ahead and get this shop warmed up a little bit and we'll get to work. Let's just go ahead and start with the easiest stuff first. It's always nice to start on a win. Okay, getting ready. Start draining this coolant. Where's my... I gotta say, y'all see all these buckets? Luckily, my wife saves all of this stuff for me. It's very nice. So if you're watching this, thank you, honey. I'm gonna use these buckets to get all this coolant out. I mean, it's a brand new radiator, right? Brand new frostbite aluminum radiator. And when we first built this engine, it's coming out really clean. When we first built this engine, you know, we stripped everything down and I ran through all the water jackets and blew everything out and flushed everything, but still a little curious on how it's gonna look. So I got this cracked, so let me go ahead and open up this cap, get some airflow going. I gotta say, I mean, for a cheap aluminum, I mean, it's a cool cat. Reminds me of like the Thundercats or something. All right, let's get back up underneath here and slowly but surely. Man, there's a lot of cobwebs up underneath here. You see that? Woo! You stay away from my car. All right, let's get this drained. Get that radiator out. Okay, so there's the coolant that came out. First little bit, it's kind of brown at the bottom, no big deal. That bucket's looking better, so a good flush never hurt nothing. Went ahead and snipped my wires for my radiator. When we put everything back in, I'll just do a quick connect for my grounds and my lead there. Should have done that to begin with, but I didn't. So I got to get the headers loosened up, get all the header bolts out. I don't technically have to do that yet. Maybe I'll get the coupler out once the engine's out. So yeah, I got header bolts, engine mounts, flex plate bolts, and then the trans bolts going up into the block there, and then that's it. All right, I actually thought ahead and put a bucket below my lower hose. Still made a mess though from the trans cooler, but that's okay. She's bleeding all over my floor right there. That's gonna stain, but luckily I could care absolutely less about this concrete looking pretty. I just need it to stay in place. Super happy with what I've gotten done so far. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do next. But the truth is, I just don't want to overdo it also, especially with my back. I mean, I'm being very, very, very careful, very cautious how I position myself, and I just don't want to get hurt again. So, the header bolts would be the easiest. So let's do that next. Well, I got the passenger side head off, and look, had a little bit of an exhaust leak. That's down on the back side of the engine. And it's actually a really easy bolt to get to. So it's the one downside to headers. Got to stay on top of them bolts, man. They will back out on you. I don't even know why. You can see my breath. I have a heater. I just got to turn the thing on. I keep forgetting to do it. So let me go do that. All right, other side. Well, here's the driver's side, and I did it again. Man. I get hot, like it gets too hot in here, and then I'm like, well, let me turn it off, and then I get to working, and then I stay warm, and then I forget it's cold, but look at that one. Massive exhaust leak, so. Pretty sure a carpet just started flying over yonder. Anyways, good thing we did this. These header bolts, I wanted to try them out. These stainless steel, because, you know, they accept an Allen, and they are bona fide hot garbage. Like triple pasteurized, grade A, hot garbage. So when I put everything back together, I'm gonna get some new header bolts. All right, so there you can see, I'm just stuffing some rags in there just to make myself feel better. Engine's coming out in a couple days, and you know, there's basically no humidity in the air right now since it's winter time. So I don't really have too much to worry about, but it makes me feel better. So the only thing that's gonna suck really bad is I'm gonna have to wait till I have help probably to get the engine mounts loose. If I remember right, last time I had to get up underneath, and well, this one's kind of dark, kind of hard to see, but yeah, I had to split my header wrap because since I wrapped them once the headers were already in the car, it was blocking access to my header bolts, so that sucked. But that's all right, whatever. Yeah. So I'm gonna wait until the engine's out to take that out. Just makes more sense. I won't be fighting it. So that means that tomorrow for me, means that engine mounts, trans bolts, engine's ready to come out. So let me go ahead and get my jack out, my jack stands, get the car lifted up, and dig out my engine hoist, get that prepared. That way when my help comes, I'm taking up the least amount of their time as possible. So let's knock that out real quick. Okay, so my back is saying, please stop it right now. I'm gonna listen. I got my engine hoist, got the car jacked up, as you can clearly see. It's on jack stands, got my floor jack up underneath the transmission pan with a block of wood. So again, all I have left, trans bolts, flex plate bolts to the torque converter, 2 engine mounts, throw a chain on it, tow that pig out of there. So yeah, I suppose we'll take the hood off too. But I'll take it. What I might do while the engine is out, clean it up real good, and paint it one more time maybe. But I really got to address these engine bays. I mean, they're really not so bad once it's cleaned up, but just the dirt and the dust and the grime and overspray, it's really, really affected it. So while the engine's out, who cares? You know, let's spend a day. Let's get the engine bay cleaned up and let's get it painted. So, you know, maybe this is kind of like one of those, you know, fortunate, unfortunate blessings where it's like, I don't want to do it, but now that it's out, let's just redo some stuff that got messed up. Because this was an outdoor project car for a long time, so that kind of stuff happens. So, all right, I'm gonna take it easy, get back at it tomorrow. And yeah, we're on track to have this thing out by Friday when he can come and help me. All right, so still got the bell housing bolts. It's the next day, by the way. Still gotta get the flex plate bolts out. Probably would just do those next since they suck the most. Went ahead and got my steering gearbox ordered. It'll be in today, or no, it'll be in tomorrow, sorry. I ordered it today. So that means that as soon as the engine's out, I can just go ahead and clean up this engine bay, touch up the paint right quick, and then we can slap that bad boy in. So yeah, let me go ahead and get up underneath the car, get these bolts out, and then we'll get these other ones out from the top and then go from there. Well, I actually had to jack the car up a bit more. I was not fitting underneath there. Okay, so I'm on my last bolt right here, right? So what I'm gonna do is get this one out, and then I will go get some paint, and I'm going to spray paint this ear of the flex plate and the torque converter. Want to say a big thank you to the subscriber that was like, hey, just put some spray paint. It'll make it a lot easier. You're literally a lifesaver. I've never once thought to do this. Paint pen or something, but it wasn't working. And then for whatever reason, it just popped in my head, your comment. So again, thank you. All right, I'm glad that's done. It's really nice when you have a helper and you don't have like a lift or anything, because I have to go from get underneath the car, come out here, you know, put my breaker bar on the crank bolt and turn it and look, get back underneath the car. Takes forever. Yep, these are pretty self-explanatory. It's just a few bolts back there that are just perfectly hard to get to. You know, no big deal. Let me knock all that out. That sucks. That's probably one of my least favorite things in the world to do. There's just so little room to get your phalanges up in there. So the only thing I have left now are the engine mounts and that fuel line. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get my engine hoist set up, get it in place, get the chain on, and just get it taut. Yeah, go from there. Alrighty, so I went ahead and took off my power steering pump because I know I'm gonna have to slide that back to get the engine to come up out of the mounts there. And 100% forgot that bolt goes into water jacket. So I know I said I was gonna have help, but I got to thinking, and let me set my camera up. You know, I was looking at this, and I can tighten that up a little bit more if I needed to, but I was like, man, I sure do got quite a bit of clearance. And as this comes up, you know, I can slide it back, and I probably looks like I got a solid 9-10 inches up front. So maybe, probably not. I might need help getting this hood off because it's just too heavy, but if I can just get the engine up to where all I gotta then do is just crank it up real quick, I only need my buddy to help me take the hood off, or I can go have my wife help me. So now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I forgot to put a block of wood up underneath my trans, but it was still bolted to my cross member there, so nothing happened, but went ahead and put that underneath there. So we're just gonna keep inching this guy up. I mean, she's completely free now, so. Oh yeah. Let's make a mess all over the floor. She just said, let's puke everything out. So that's nice. That's nice. I'm basically just inching this back, hoping. I think I'm in the clear. I don't think I need to take this hood off, y'all. I think it's gonna be just fine. It sure is. Look at that, guys. Wow. Right in between the hood latch there. Coming up, that was perfect. Excellent. Yeah. We are way ahead of schedule, guys. Way ahead. This is when not having really smooth concrete really sucks. I bought myself a new engine stand, but I have since given it to my buddy Jeff. He's the guy that's building the Ford Galaxy, and he asked me if he could borrow it instead of, buy one, and I said, hell, you've helped me so much, just take it, it's yours. The only thing that I need to get done to this engine is I got to drop that oil pan, right? And I'm going to replace those seals again, and then we'll clean it up. So I don't really need an engine stand for that. I can set this guy down right here, and it'll be just fine. All right. We got it sitting on the block. We are good. I was not expecting to have this done until Friday when he was going to be able to help me. So now that means that when the steering gearbox comes in tomorrow, we can go ahead and get that bad boy swapped in. Get the engine bay all cleaned up again, and hell, by this weekend, I could very well have the steering gearbox in, engine bay cleaned up, repainted. I'll go ahead and order tonight the new seal kit for that. Hell, it's possible by probably next weekend. Engine will be ready to go back in. So I feel great about this. Well, that's it. That's going to do it. That's a lot of work for one episode. Feel really good about it. So, like usual, y'all have a good week, or a few days, or a couple days at this point. I've been posting like crazy. If you haven't, please hit the like and subscribe button. Then have a good day. I'll see you next time.